everyone. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. In today's matchup, passing may be at a premium, at least for one side. The Chiefs are top 10 at defending the pass, and they'll be going up against the Broncos, who will need to solve that secondary.
All right, Larry, from one of the loudest venues in the NFL, there's a look at Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Denver Broncos and the Kansas City Chiefs. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Play fake here on first down. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, second down.
This defense is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Wentz will try again on second down. And this is incomplete. He was all over that route defensively. Now, they had 2 picks last week as a unit. Couldn't quite grab that one.
Patience, Grasshopper. Patience. It's early in this game, but you like the fact that they're around the football early. They're going to be upset they didn't haul that one in, but at least they're there at the moment of truth to make a play on it.
By the way, where did the Grasshopper thing come from? I know it's been around for a long time.
Yeah, you know, I'll have to tell you that some other time.
All right. Back to football. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. 17 yards for the Broncos there as they've got themselves a first down. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is it not? With his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play. But what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket to find angles to throw the ball through. He just throws right over the top of it because he can see everything, and sometimes that saves time and gets the ball to a receiver quicker.
Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
And now a first down following that long gain. This is Gordon as they go to him again. And he showcases the spin, a pretty good gain before he's taken down. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down. If these kinds of lanes are available, you have to feel like he's going to have a pretty big game on the ground.
Yeah, you can tell early on he's got a little burst in his step, and that's a big pickup right there on first down.
Second down, they need less than a yard to pick up the first. They'll run it now out of the gun. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only are they controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the second and the third levels. You know, get to linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down. So 2nd and 10 here. In motion, the tight end play. On 2nd down, they'll run with Gordon. And able to surge forward for about 5 yards down to the 10.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did, to get them into a manageable 3rd down, because they had the incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
8th play of this opening drive coming up. This is 3rd down. Time running out here on the play clock. On play action, it's Wentz. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
Well, they took the shot, didn't get it. There's definitely a difference here, because they had a chance to get 7, maybe 8 if they pushed it. Instead, they'll likely settle for 3.
Yeah, opening drive, holding him to 3. Psychologically, maybe a win for the defense. And McManus able to put it through. And the Broncos, the first to grace the scoreboard. It's 3-zip. So they come into enemy territory. Nice drive to start the game, but they probably wanted 6. They only got 3.
I agree with you totally. That's the expectation. When you get the ball and you start moving it and you're rolling, you think you're going to end up in the end zone. But they should be happy with the 3. A good way to get things going here in this game.
They go play action here on 1st down. It's Kelsey on the ground. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs 1st down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
Yeah, it was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
A little bit of ground to make up for the offense as they face a 2nd and 11. Now Mahomes on the bootleg. And it's incomplete. He was trying to get it to Tyreek Hill that time. And it's 3rd down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. 3rd and 11. And some extra depth to the secondary here. They're in the dime.
Let's go.
Mahomes going to throw. And he's got room. Got a man. It's complete. Williams. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyrell Williams, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Chiefs are going to take a first-quarter lead. And this is up and good to make it 7-3. Santos out now. He'll kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now the Broncos offense, they get set to head back onto the field. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division, looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number one goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number two goal is win your division. Number three goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. They go back to Gordon here on first down. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Every year I go to the combine and marvel at the speeds that linebackers are running nowadays. They run like DBs. And let's face it, they know how to finish plays too. Eyes up, head up, run right through them.
Wentz to throw on second down. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. 23 yards on the play. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height, sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there if he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes the play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback that has to slide and find open space to throw.
And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be second and 9.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go, because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Throwing on second down. He's going to wind up and air it out. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
I know you felt like saying touchdown there, didn't you, partner? That looked like a sure 6 points, but the contact jarred it free.
Got his hands on it. Could not hold on through the end of the play. On third down. And he can't quite intercept it. Zone coverage, free safety was there. Couldn't come up with it, and now it's fourth down.
It's a great job by this secondary. When I watch them, they remind me of elite defenders on a basketball court, right? They want to contest each and every pass.
Great contest on third down to bring up fourth. Barry on to punt as he gets this one away. And the Chiefs now getting set to go. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Very tough spot here for the offense to start. They begin the drive with Hill. And he'll get him a little bit of breathing room across the 5 to the 6-yard line. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's second and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
On second down, Hill. Good strength, but not able to get a whole lot. Tackled shy of the 10. And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards. And it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more. They'll try and run for it. Here's Hill. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin as the Chiefs in possession of the football as we begin the second quarter. And they've got it here with a first down. Now they'll throw with Mahomes. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. Navarro Bowman coming hard on the blitz. He dumps him for a loss of 8. Mahomes to throw on second down. And his throw is going to be incomplete. His favorite target, Travis Kelce, the intended receiver. Third down here. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down. Then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back. But it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on third down. Mahomes now to throw. And Mahomes is going to go down in the end zone, and that is going to be a safety. And, Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about. At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
On first down, Wentz. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and it's a second down. Now Wentz. And that is incomplete. His tight end Clay, the intended receiver, and that takes us from second to third down.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
From the gun on third down, Wentz. He's going to rifle one deep left side. So they took a shot there on third down, couldn't get it. Now it's fourth.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up, because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. And the last time they had the football, they surrendered 2 points on the safety. They don't want to do that one again.
No, not at all. It's almost like a bases clearing double, isn't it? Give up a couple of runs.
Sure.
just messes things up for you offensively. But now they've got to go ahead.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Daniil Hunter in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations, because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
On second down now, Hill, and he'll be taken down, losing yardage back at the 9-yard line. So he loses 3 yards there. Now third down.
Okay, even just being nice, the last two plays were not very good offensively. So if you're the play caller, was it the team's execution or was it strategy? If it was execution, you continue to call the game the way you're calling it. But if it's strategy, change up what you're doing and figure it out.
Throwing now is Mahomes. He's airing it out for Williams. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Well, we quit counting yardage on that one, didn't we? That was truly 3rd and a mile, wasn't it?
It was. I thought they might just go underneath, but they didn't. They wanted to get the first down there.
Yeah, they tried to pick up the huge chunk unsuccessfully. I'm with you. I would have tried to take some yardage just to gain some field position.
And he is knocked down from the side. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And it'll be a short field for the Broncos as they take over 1st and 10. Now Gordon on 1st down. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
They fake the give. Now Wentz. And this one's incomplete.
Pretty nice coverage there, but a missed opportunity for an interception. Let's face it, a lot of these defenders, they've got it all. Speed, athleticism, hands, a little bit questionable.
The Broncos on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 11. Now Wentz. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Ramik Wilson in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that'll lead to a 4th down. Here's Jordan Berry now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense now making their way back onto the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Mahomes now on 1st down. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. On 2nd down, here's Mahomes. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back at the 2. Von Miller in there to drop him, and his great season continues. 13 sacks for him now on the year. Going to need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack from Mahomes and company. Ware takes the give from Mahomes. And he'll get it up a little shy of the 15. They'll spot him down at the 14-yard line. It's a gain of 11, but they're still well short. It's 4th down.
This offense really put themselves in a tough spot on 1st and 2nd down, needing long yardage to try and pick up a first down. And they end up getting a great run. Explosive, picked up nice yardage. You don't expect to be in this situation on 4th.
Now a hit and a loose football. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line.
I remember sitting in special teams meetings, and at some point during the meeting, the coach would always say, you better treat this one just like you're playing offense or defense. It's a big part of the game, and we just saw evidence of why right there with that fumble.
Yeah, fumble on the punt, and after it was turning up to be a pretty decent return.
Yeah, a really nice return. They were going to be set up okay, and the offense would feel good running out to the field. And now the defense has to try it out there and try and slow them down.
And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Now Mahomes throwing on 2nd down. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pickup there of 20 yards. First down carry. It's Hill. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. It's a pickup of 3, and we have now arrived at the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. We're back to Arrowhead after this. Hill's hit, and he lost the football. It's picked up by the Broncos. The 40, the 30, 10, and he'll get in. Touchdown, Denver. Even the great ones, some of the best, they're not immune to the fumble, and here it really hurts them.
If the ball gets away from any runner's body, that's when the defense pokes at it, swipes at it, swats at it, and finds a way to create a big play for themselves.
And the lead is up to 5. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And out come the Chiefs now.
Let's go. Green, Detroit. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, here we go. Green, 39.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Tyreek Hill that time. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. On 2nd down now, Hill. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give him 13 yards there and a Kansas City first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Mahomes now on 1st down. The tight end Kelsey has it over the middle. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. On 1st down, Mahomes. Kelsey imposing his will. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. 2nd down and 10. Now a 10th carry for Hill. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. As they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. The Chiefs on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 11. Here's Mahomes to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Brendan Langley picks it. Past the 20. 10. And he will score. Touchdown, Denver. They were in the dime. They had 6 defensive backs there. So go ahead and throw it. He threw it, and it hurt him.
It's almost thrown into a blanket of coverage, isn't it? You talk about the best defenders you have are the defensive backs. 6 of them on the field. You're almost asking for trouble, and that's exactly what they ran into. Ended up throwing a pick 6.
Yeah, 6 defenders and 6 points. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. So now here are the Chiefs as their offense makes their way back out onto the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here. So I guess that answers the question whether or not they want him throwing it again right away after throwing the pick 6 on the previous drive.
Yeah, not something conservative or underneath. Pretty big shot right there.
Get him right back in the saddle and say, go ahead and sling it, big guy.
And on 2nd and 10 now. To throw, it's Mahomes. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Navarro Bowman in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon.
I'm starting to wonder if this offensive line just simply doesn't like him. I mean, they've given up 6 sacks.
Well, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Anthony Barr. He's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. Here's the Chiefs punter now as he's on here to punt it away. So we come upon halftime in what's a 12-point game at the break. As we'll send you down to Orlando where Larry Ridley has our EA Sports halftime report. Larry? Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Chiefs offensive unit as they'll have it to begin quarter number 3. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there.
But
this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives them a new set of downs. first down. Hill. And he's got it across midfield and down to about the 47-yard line. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
He hasn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. They run it again with Hill. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. The Chiefs on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 2. Now a handoff. Here's Hill. And he will not only not get the yard he needed, he goes the wrong direction. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
Anthony Barr got a real education at UCLA in playing not just his normal position of stand-up outside linebacker, but down defensive end. So he had to incorporate a variety of moves, take on bigger people. So he learned great leverage while he was there. That really helps him when he's trying to stop people running the ball.
Born in South Bend, Indiana. Thought about going back to go to Notre Dame, but you're right. Great career at UCLA and now a great career in the NFL. So now a look at the Broncos as they head back out there for their first possession of the second half. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
There goes Melvin Gordon. 30, 10, and all the way home for a Broncos score. Melvin Gordon with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Broncos will add on to their lead. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
Out now the Chiefs offensive unit ready to do battle again. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Throwing on first down is Mahomes. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
That's very well timed there defensively, because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. Back to the air on second down. It's Mahomes. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, he leads the NFL in interceptions and nearly added to that total.
Got his hand on it, couldn't quite corral it. It's been a Pro Bowl type season for him, and the term ball hawk really comes into play, doesn't it?
Yeah, I like that one a lot, because teams want to avoid that type of a player, but sometimes you just can't. He just knows where the ball is.
The Chiefs on third down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This is 3rd and 10. Now Mahomes. And with a flag down, he goes down. So they're able to sack him. Now the penalty looks like it could be holding. Let's find out. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it. Brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Now a fair catch called for and made right on the 45-yard line. Just 34 yards on the punt there, no return. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. They'll start the drive with a run by Gordon. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That'll go as a loss of 5. And it'll be a 2nd and long. They keep it on the ground. Again, Gordon. And, oh, he is really laid out that time. Knocked flat on his back at the 47-yard line. Call it 7 yards on the carry, so a pretty good gain, but still left with a tough 3rd and 8. Shotgun now for Wentz. And the Chiefs are going to get him. Benny Logan coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it'll be 4th down.
Now, that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. And that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. They set up the screen to Hill. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. They'll get 4 there out of the screen, and it's 2nd down. 6 yards to go here on 2nd down. Now here's Mahomes. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Chris Conley, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. The Chiefs on 3rd down. Not so hot. 2 for 9 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Trying to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked off around the 27, and they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sideline, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first. And the offense in a great spot. It's 1st and goal from the 3. They come out here in the I. They'll try and punch it in. Gordon. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
Second and goal as the offense looks to try to punch it in. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. The offense on 3rd down, they've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. Wentz going to throw. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. Robbie Anderson, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. And they open the lead up now to 25 points. Now McManus on to kick this one off. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up. Yeah. Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think he might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. Mahomes again here on 2nd and 10. Mahomes hit. He lost the football. It's picked up by the Broncos. And he will score. Touchdown, Denver. And give some kudos to the defensive coordinator, I think, here. They bring the blitz, they dial it up, and it turns into 6 points for them.
It's so nice to hear you actually give kudos to the defense. It is so nice. You're such an offensive guy like that. I love it. He dialed things up, and boy, a big play resulted for his guys.
Well, you like the credit to the defense there, right, my friend?
Yeah, do I ever?
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And the Chiefs now getting set to go. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear them, the coaches from all the way up here. They were adamant, you've got to hold on to the football or else we have no hope.
Yeah, it's easy for me to laugh sitting up here, but you're exactly right. If we were down there, that message would have been received a whole different way. Because turnovers, they've been a big problem for them. Got to take care of the football. Got to hold on to it.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Daniil Hunter in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year. Mahomes going to throw. He's going to look deep down the field. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 47. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. And coming out now, the Broncos. It's a quick turnaround for them after the turnover, but the way they moved it on their last drive, they're probably eager to get right back at it.
And you know me and you know my tendencies in this situation. What do I want right now?
Be aggressive.
Be aggressive. Take your shot right here.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. Few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Calling no gain there, and it brings forth a 3rd and long.
And there's a nice stop for the defense. They've had a tough time containing this guy all game long, but maybe they can build a little bit off of that play, a little bit of confidence, a little bit of momentum. Yeah, every now and then you can actually tackle that guy.
The Broncos on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 14. On play action, Wentz. He's going to go for a big play downfield. Oh, wide open, complete, and all the way home for a Broncos score. A big play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Broncos turn that interception into a touchdown. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Now McManus on to kick this one off. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. It's complete to Chris Conley. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That one goes for 24 yards. Fresh set of downs here. They go play action here on first down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Nikel Roby-Coleman. And he will bring this all the way back out to midfield. So the first interception of his career under center, and you knew it was going to happen sooner or later.
It has to. And I know he feels like the world is just tumbling down at this moment, but there's got to be some veteran somewhere, some mentor that's going to tell him, hang in there, my man. Plenty more to come. Keep firing.
Now a handoff as they run left side. Room here to run. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 18 big yards on that one, and a Denver first.
Brandon, sometimes it just comes down to the power of suggestion, because I know exactly what they said all week long. We're coming off the open week. We'll have the fresher legs in the fourth quarter, and they will wilt when we get to that point. And right now, it appears that they're thinking that exact thing.
Yeah, offensively, they had the bye last week. Defensively, did not. Is that really a big factor? Is that more talk during the week?
I think the more that you talk about it, the more that you emphasize it, the more sometimes it comes true for your team.
And to give this time to the tailback. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
On 3rd down, they'll try and run for it on the draw. And he'll have the first down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. Give him 14 yards there and a Denver first down.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, third down. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Melvin Gordon with his second touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Broncos add on. So another score there, and often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
So they are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. Now McManus on to kick this one off. Here's the dangerous Tyreek Hill. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Chiefs offense now making their way back onto the field. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. And heavy contact. He is knocked down hard, right near the 39. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down. And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground.
All right, here we go. Green.
He'll look to throw. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Second and 10. He'll look to throw again. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Daniil Hunter in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year.
All right, here we go.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And it's complete to Kelsey. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A good pickup there at 22. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels.
All right, here we go. Green, 39. Green. No. Check. Patriot.
They'll look to throw here on first down. And the pressure will get to him. He goes down. Now there is a flag on the play, but this looks like holding on the offense. So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No.
No, not at all.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. That's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness.
My man's getting a little loose with the football there, right? Interception before, almost had one here. He's got to start taking better care of it.
Yeah, really should have been back-to-back drives with interceptions. He's lucky there. The Chiefs on 3rd down. They've had a lot of chances, but not much success, converting only 3 times. This will be 3rd and 19. He'll look to throw. And going deep for Hill. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a 4th down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man. And you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Here we go now.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And this is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Broncos are going to get the football back in great field position. Being just short of midfield, they decide to take a crack at it on 4th down. They don't come through.
Sometimes it's just showing confidence in your defense. You know that they're good, and they'll take care of you. A lot of coaches during the week will announce to their team, we're going to be aggressive, guys. We're going to go for it. Hey, defense, you got me? A little bit of a challenge to them to see if they'll pick up the rest of the team.
We'll see how they respond now. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he works free. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. And, my friend, I think it's safe to say that this game is pretty much deceased at this point. It's taken a knee, so to speak.
It is definitely this victory formation. Take the snap, take the knee, call it a night, call it a game, call it whatever. I agree with you totally. I don't think there's much left to get except for those who want to run up the score.
I knew this was over about a minute ago when you took your stat sheet and just flipped it over your shoulder in the trash can.
Yeah, that's similar to the guys cutting tape off right before the game's over. We know this thing's done.
Now McManus on to kick this one off. Short kick here, fielded about the 17. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, they'll start this drive at about the 37-yard line. And out come the Chiefs now. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. Looking to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And they went for a big play through the air on 2nd down. Couldn't connect. Now it's 3rd.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. 3rd down here for the offense after the incomplete pass. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And now another turnover as this one's intercepted. Picked off at the 49. Wait a second. They did not accept that after the incompletion. Your look is just as puzzled as mine.
I got nothing for you here. You have to take that penalty, don't you?
It's 3 yards. Now a handoff here to his running back. And they'll get him down right about the 20. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Double tight, guys, double tight. Hey, hey, hey. We got three. Three down. There we go. Back. 57 to fight. 57 to fight.
Defense still with 3 timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them here as the kneel down comes. Defense still with 3 timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them here as the kneel down comes. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they close.